morning, people. Make sure y'all come on in here and smash that like button. Let's get the day started. Make sure y'all subscribe if you're not already. Cut that off. Boy, oh boy. This internet gives us all types of images every day. Every day is a new eye-opening experience. Every day. So, what y'all think about that shoot? I want to hear what y'all got to say. Yesterday was my first time ever hearing a homeboy. Boy, they clapped him up nice. Sheesh. Boy, oh boy. I think that was the government sending all of the citizens of America a message. I think that was a message joint. They said he was a ruthless disciple. Is that right? So why did they clap him up? He must have pissed somebody off. The internet is undefeated. Good morning. Guy that did it lives in Virginia. A setup. Is it better now? Is it better? I'm going to start this over. Oh, okay, I'm good. They didn't know who did they get. Chickens come, all right. Chickens coming home to roost. Man, I ain't never seen nobody get clapped live like that. Did y'all see them body fluids squirting up out of him, man? The government is sending people a message. Why is they allowing people to see that man's public execution like that? Oh, man. He was talking about Israel. Next shot. Where did it happen at? It happened in one of the most white states in America. It happened in Utah. Ain't no Negroes out there. Not unless you're in the military or something. I'll be respectful and give him and his family the same amount of sympathy. MAGA gave Mark and Melissa Hortman and their dog when they were assassinated while sleeping when Trump said nothing. I see where this is going. That Charlotte video failed to produce the race riot, so we get this event. I was disturbed by that Charlotte video. I was very disturbed by that. And I see that people are bringing up an incident that happened in 2018 and it happened to a black girl. That don't make us even. That don't make us even, and that don't make it equal or right. That was unexcusable. That's some more graphic shit that's on the internet right now. I don't know what they're trying to prove with all of this shit. The last thing he was talking about is black people and gang violence. Ironic, huh? I did see a video last night of him saying some slick shit to someone that he was debating with in the audience about George Floyd. He didn't stand for, he wasn't on George Floyd's side. I'm hearing a lot of people say that he has some anti-black views or something like that. You don't get to start a movement in the USA speaking anything against the federal government and not think you or that movement is going to survive. The last thing he said was Trizannies are mass shooters. They're probably going to flag this video. That's crazy that they would place sanctions against people covering this topic, but not flag the actual video. they got a video out of some guys standing directly behind him. Peace bullet. They got a video of some guys standing behind him, and they trying to say that the people that were standing behind him and beside him, they called the play. Y'all believe that? I don't believe nobody would stand that close to somebody about to get hit and stand up there on the stage with him. That don't make any sense to me. They're making killing seem like normal live streaming. He tried to get Derek Chauvin pardoned. Is that right? I think that was the Secret Service. Did y'all see the videos of them behind him? Right before he got shot, the dude behind him grabbed his hat like this. And you know how in baseball, I think they called him the skipper or the manager. In baseball, he be calling plays. Y'all know that shit? Y'all know what I'm talking about? Cuz, what's up? My guys laugh on yard. Suck a dick. The umpire, nah. I think it was the somebody on a baseball field be calling plays. Seems like they got video footage implying that the dudes that were standing behind them, they the ones that called the play. A lot of these right wing, the skipper, okay. A lot of these right wing cats have canceled their college tours because of this. That rage based stuff is coming to a close on YouTube. Shh. I think they was trying to send a message. Do y'all think that the person that they have, who's the alleged shooter, do y'all think he's the one that's really responsible for this? Z Wofford, thank you. Do y'all think the guy who was the alleged shooter is the one who was responsible for this? I seen him dragging some old white man. They was dragging him. They let him go. They was dragging some white man, and his pants was falling down around his knees and shit. He didn't look like no sniper. You never know what a sniper looked like, though. They let him go. Okay. The shooter is still at large. Shh. It was a distraction. The old white man wasn't the killer. He didn't look like no assassin. They was dragging that poor white man. He got his knees. His pants was down around his knees. I'm like, man, is y'all gonna pull this nigga pants up? They was just dragging him. They was like, man, get your ass up. Whoo-wee. Seemed like it's a lot of desensitizing going on online. Old men above 50 can barely see 60 yards. Where's this report saying that he got hit from 200 yards? They said people start screaming. I did it. Oh my God. Ironically, this happened the day before September 11th. Rest in peace to everybody who lost their lives on September 11th. Shh. He was the fall guy. That shot sounded close. It sounded close and it sounded muffled, like maybe it was a silencer on there. Sound like a silencer, didn't it? Like a dart. This overshadowed 9/11. Definitely. Do y'all think it was a coincidence that it happened the day before 9/11? He said, where was you on 9/11? I knew you was going to ask me that. I was going to ask you all that too. I was in state prison, and we thought that that was the funniest shit ever. I'm just bear with me though. Let me explain. We thought that shit was funny because when you locked up, you're against the government, you're against the state, you're against the authorities, you're against the system. So we thought that was we thought it was funny. We thought that it was going to affect people getting out of jail. We thought that maybe they were going to start speeding up the parole system and getting people out of jail for whatever reason, because You know, people around the jail was talking about we about to have to go to war, and they're gonna need people to enlist in the army and the military, and niggas running around in jail talking about some shit. If they take this 30 years back, they could sign me up. I'll go over there and fight. Just a bunch of, anti-establishment views. Then when time go by and you get an idea of how many people lost their lives and shit like that, it's not a laughing matter. You actually feel like vulnerable that some people can come from another country and pull that off. You know what I'm saying? One of us could have been on that plane. One of our relatives could have been on that plane. So it's not no laughing matter. I watched documentaries about September 11th. There was some very, very malicious dudes. There was some very malicious dudes. That shit was planned out for a long period of time, like almost 2 years, until they actually executed it. And it kind of pissed me off that they would come over here and do some shit like that. That's why the U.S. military went over there for like 20 years, start banging on their ass for 20 years. United States went and flipped their country upside down. Think they just got called. They just called the U.S. soldiers, the troops, off of their ass just like maybe like 5 years ago. I know two people personally who passed in the towers. They talking about it on the news now. I was in a mom and pop record store copping a blueprint. I stayed home from school. A lot of y'all was in school still. I was in my 20s. I was probably like 25 or some shit like that. I had just got in trouble in college and ended up locked up. I was in jail watching it live. I was in jail watching it live too. As a matter of fact, I had never been in a dorm before, and I happened to be in the dorms the day that the towers fell. So you got like 30 or 40 TVs on at one time watching that shit. I remember watching. I'm gonna tell you what was funny about it. It wasn't the actual victims of September 11th that was funny. It was watching the administration and the prison system, the COs, and a lot of them is military people and shit. Watching them look all, disheveled, and they was crying and a bunch of shit. And we was locked up. We didn't care. I think the world is gonna turn into the Demolition Man movie with Wesley Snipes, Sylvester Stallone. Everything's gonna be outlawed. That day changed America forever. I believe this public assassination change will change America. One thing about the U.S., they got copycat crimes and shit. So this shit that just happened with Homeboy, there's probably separatists, anti-Semites, racist groups, anti-government groups. They probably gonna start practicing on their sniper shit now, and that probably will be repeated. Probably gonna see that again. I mean, shit, motherfucker tried to clap Trump last year. So, if they try to clap the president, the, the United States is off the chain, man. If you guys haven't been watching, stable coins are buying up all the U.S. treasures. USD1 is coming. It's going to happen again, definitely. I agree. I can only think this dude died behind his Gaza comments. They tried to clap Trump 2 times. I never heard of what's his name, Charlie Kirk. I never heard of him before. I didn't. If you heard one racist speak, you heard them all. So I heard he had a lot of followers on social media. I never heard of him before, but that would happen to him. That's gonna be replayed forever. I can't believe that I physically seen it with my own eyes. I seen him get hit, seen his body shake. You know, you see ever seen somebody have a seizure and their body gets stiff? That shit hit him. His body got stiff, and then all that blood started pouring out of his ass. I said, God damn. Shh. I never heard of him either. Modern day JFK. Will Trump send the military to Utah? Nah, I'm told that they are actually in Chicago, and they wish a nigga would. A lot of people put out videos that the young niggas in Chicago ain't scared and they'll take on the government and shit like that. Them niggas don't want nothing with the U.S. military. They don't. He said he shitted everywhere. Believe that. It was a message. He was a future conservative presidential candidate. His name never made it to the ballot. He pissed somebody off. Ain't nobody safe. Dude had security with him and all still got it on live TV. That was a somebody who knew that they was doing. KRS-One said, we celebrated when the towers fell because of the oppression of the poor. How did the brothers in prison react? Do you agree with KRS? Niggas in prison didn't care, man. Niggas in prison was worried about whether they was gonna shut the commissary down and shit like that. Daryl Javon, I appreciate your super chat. The sniper was over 200 yards away. How can people come to that conclusion that he was 200 yards away and they don't have an actual sniper yet? I mean, somebody know what the fuck happened. Somebody knew what was gonna go down before it happened. Free at Last says, I was in New York prison. We cared. Y'all probably was worried about whether y'all had loved ones. The Epstein files. Kirk kept pressing the issue. They got the footage of him on the roof. If they got footage of somebody on the roof, then why don't they have the shooter? They have video but can't identify dude running around campus, mask and dark clothes. You see why the video of the guy on the roof? Nah, I didn't see it yet. I keep hearing about it. If they got video footage of somebody on the roof, the forensic science that they got today, they would have caught him coming out the building, or they would have caught him exiting the roof. Like, the whole idea of them not being able to identify who did that from video footage, I don't believe that shit. They identify the fuck out of niggas. They put nigga murder cases together real fast. I ain't seen a nigga escape forensic science yet. I don't expect this to go any different, not unless it was an inside job and a message, something that the U.S. wanted to occur in front of everybody. It's definitely being handled different. They will flag a YouTuber's content for cussing, or you can't say the F word. That's why, I start saying blade online. You can't say the F word. That's a quick way to get your channel terminated and everything. They'll they'll demonetize you. You cannot say that. But yet you can pull up videos of this guy on Facebook, the most sensitive platform, of blood squirting out of his motherfucking neck. That's crazy as hell. I've been banned for mentioning book titles. They will eventually catch him, but you see the footage of the area after the incident. I just seen everybody screaming and running and shit. They saying that I seen a video implying that the guys that were standing behind him and next to him, one of them grabbed his hat. He did like this. And then they showed the guy next to him did something, some type of motion, maybe grabbed his arm or something like that. I don't know what that was about, but they're implying that that was the go ahead, hit him now. I don't want to see that. I wasn't looking for it either. I didn't even know who Charlie Kirk was. I just seen everybody talking about him. I seen his name went viral right away. Everybody's talking about it on all platforms, Twitter, Facebook, I'm still scrolling. Next thing I know, pow! I said, damn. I wasn't looking for it. It's in the algorithm. That's what the algorithm is serving right now. And I'm surprised that it's still able to be viewed. They want us to see that. For real. The first 10 seconds, everybody ducked and ran and concentrated on old man. It was professionally done. Regular Joe wouldn't be able to get away that quick. This reminds me of the Truman Show. It looked like there was 0 brothers around. Nah, it ain't. It don't be too many black people in Utah. It don't. One of the sentiments that I seen that was most popular was people saying, ironically, out of all of the rotten stuff that he says about black people, he was killed by a white man. I heard people say that. Rallies are normally conducted indoors. Dude on the side looked like he had a gun in his armpit and shot him after the other 2 were doing baseball signals. The FBI confirmed a shooter is in custody. Sam, I appreciate your super chat. Well, we probably gonna see who he is today, but it wasn't that white man that they was dragging. I don't think that white man did that. He died as soon as he said gang violence. A professional wouldn't go for the neck. Why you say that? They just released a new video of the shooter. Why do you feel like they wouldn't have hit him in the neck? If you get hit in the neck, you're probably going down. Too small of a target. Oh, so you mean to tell me that the head ain't a small target from 200 yards? From 200 yards, a head wouldn't be a small target too? If there was any margin of error, somebody around that nigga would have got hit in the chest. It was 2 people standing behind him, directly behind him. That shot was pinpoint accurate, like a deer hunter sniper. Martin Luther King's shot was very similar. They aimed for the head and got the neck. Woo-wee. A bullet travels faster from distance. He don't know that they hit you anywhere what a big sniper bullet is. Crazy to think that's how they were hoping to do Trump on national TV. The train incident, they said he was an evil man since the hitman is white. Watch they spin it and say it was political or he has mental issues. The guy that did this to Charlie Kirk, if they actually have someone that's independent of any political party or government and shit like that, they probably gonna put him in jail. That nigga who did that shit in Charlotte, he belongs in the goddamn penitentiary, yo. People that's traveling on public transportation shouldn't have to fear for their life. If you get on public transportation, you minding your business and shit like that, they should execute homeboy. They should execute him. I'm saying it. I don't care if he black. He shouldn't have did that shit. He shouldn't have did that shit at all. For real. He shouldn't have did that. Bullets lose their velocity after a certain distance. Utah said if they catch him, they have the death penalty. I agree to that little ass girl. Yeah, that shit didn't make no sense. I'm surprised they got that footage on Facebook. Shh. I'm indifferent about the incident. Why would you be indifferent, Daryl Javon? I appreciate your super chat. Why would you be indifferent about it? An innocent girl being killed publicly. Rifles are designed to go far. They let him out on bail. They let who out on bail? I think he's indifferent about Charlie Kirk. Somebody put up a GoFundMe about dude killing that girl. Man, get the fuck out of here. GoFundMe wouldn't allow any crowdfunding for him. GoFundMe has an option of terminating your crowdfunding efforts and shit. They wouldn't allow him to have a people trying to raise money for him. Who the fuck would give him some money for a defense? If that would have happened to Farrakhan for his views, we would have tripped. The security around Minister Farrakhan be on one, my nigga. You're not getting it. No, I didn't. Has anybody here been to Savior's Day? Has anybody here been to Savior's Day? Oh, Daryl Javon, I appreciate your super chat. I'm indifferent about Charlie. Y'all know the type of security that goes down at Savior's Day. Y'all know how serious that is. They don't play that about Farrakhan. Nah. They be having like 2,000 Fruit of Islam soldiers, man, just patting people down and shit like that. You go through one pat down, walk 10 feet, go through another pat down. They separate men and women. Ain't no purses popping, none of that shit. Dude that hit the girl was schizophrenic. These folks are everywhere. Watch yourself. I work with them. That girl had very little self-awareness. You got some people that move around naive. I didn't understand this about that video with that white girl, right? Dude was sitting here. It was other seats open. Why would you go sit directly in front of a nigga? That didn't make any sense by no means. Like, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. Would anybody here do that? If you see somebody sitting somewhere, there's other seats. Why the fuck would you go sit directly in front of him with your back to him? Like, that didn't make any sense to me. Like, that looked at very fucking peculiar. Who the fuck lets people sit behind them and shit like that? Like, that's almost like natural instinct. Like, he said, yeah, her self-awareness was off. She was all in her phone. I just wouldn't be able to do it. I mean, but I'm a guy that had different experiences. You don't know what type of experiences she had. She was, very naive, though. People's faces be so plastered in their devices. I don't even like people behind me in the grocery store. Hell no, I don't like people. If I'm driving and I got a passenger in here and I got somebody in the back seat, the person in the back seat can't sit behind me. I think that's some black people shit though. Like, nigga, you got to scoot over. You got to sit over there. You got to sit where I can see you. Like, we don't really move like that. Especially guys. Like, if you get directly behind somebody in the back seat, nigga snap out on your ass, man. What the fuck is you doing? For her to be a refugee, she should have moved a little bit more careful. Sad to say, but I avoid overly crowded places just because you never know who's a lunatic amongst the crowd. Sparky, what up? I'm white and I'm not letting nobody sit behind me in the back seat at all. She escaped war, came here and got killed. That happened to a lot of people. Them foreigners don't be having no common sense. I have noticed that people from other countries, their sense of spacing is different. I've had to tell people like in the line at the post office, yo man, back the fuck up off me, man. What the fuck is you doing, man? Like back up. Like what the fuck? Tell people in the grocery store the same shit. Man, get back, man. What the fuck is wrong with you? And it's always somebody from another country. Americans kind of like know better, but them people from them other countries, people from other countries, man, they be on some different shit. They do. Filthy Rich from Oakland said on this song, "You never let those killers sit behind you." I couldn't do a Uber. They don't know how to say excuse me either. Nah, they be tripping. I had to flip out on my neighbors one time. I had some neighbors that kept parking in my parking spot, man. I'm like, yo, man, why the fuck do I have to keep telling you to move your car, man? Move your fucking car, man. What's wrong with you? Brother, sorry. And then he do it again and shit. I was on the verge of punching this nigga in his mouth, man. We have a different concept of personal space than people from other countries. That tickle y'all, huh? We have to do better as a society, but unfortunately, there's not an answer in sight. Where do we start? Protect your neck. Protect your neck. I stopped going to clubs, nightclubs, and shit like that. One day, I just got this thought and I put it in a perspective, and I never was a club goer again. You know how crazy you got to be in nightclubs? Listen to this. When you go to a nightclub, you in a room full of strangers. You in a room full of motherfuckers drinking alcohol, strangers drinking alcohol, and you in a room full of motherfuckers who probably are taking drugs and shit like that. That's not a good. That's not a good bet. That's not a good bet. I only can be responsible for my own behavior, but the other 150 motherfuckers in here, you can't watch everybody in this motherfucker, man. Motherfucker be coming into the spot with mental problems and shit. It's not good to be in confined areas with strangers and shit. I even stopped wearing both earbuds in public. I wouldn't be really comfortable wearing earbuds in public. My homeboy got killed by a parking spot. One thing about growing up in the ghetto, your senses are on point. The ghetto breeds survival skills that are much different than other areas and shit. Other areas, they don't leave out their house semi paranoid. When you black and you leave out of your house and you go out into the world, you carry a level of paranoia with you. Like, you know that we don't make eye contact with niggas for too long. That could go left. Like, you got to be careful the way you make eye contact with people. That could trigger something. Spacing, that could trigger something. Excuse me and thank you, that goes a long way. You learn that in prison. You just conduct yourself differently because you know that niggas kill niggas. That's just what it is. Other societies, they don't wake up in the morning saying to themselves, I have to be afraid of my own people. I think that's like a black problem. Born Majesty, peace to the big brother Dribble Almighty. Thank you. I stopped going to clubs since 2012. Too dangerous. My sense of personal security is so serious that it don't matter where I'm at. If I'm walking down the street and I look back and somebody's behind me, I might cross to the other side of the street For real, almost off instinct. Like, we're not gonna walk blocks and blocks with you directly behind me. I just, I gotta cross to the other side of the street. They beat my boyfriend up and took his clothes years ago here in Chicago. He said he thought back to it how he was sober and he realized it was because of how he was looking at them. You learn that in prison. You don't be staring at motherfuckers. They call it reckless eyeballing. That'll get you something. It'll get you something everywhere. I don't go to neighborhood bars. No. What's up and what's up mean different things depending on the energy. Correct. I see young ignorant niggas. I walk across the road for safety. If I go to a specific gas station and I see them little niggas outside, I'm gonna go to a different gas station. I'm not about to go and, part the Red Sea or ask these niggas excuse me so I can get in the door and shit like that. Y'all know these spots where them little niggas be at. And you know what trouble look like if they in groups of threes and fives and shit. This could be potential trouble. This could be potential trouble. Soon as you step out of your crib, you should always be on point. I don't think Charlie Kirk thought that yesterday was going to be his last day amongst us, but I did see some of the things that he said about George Floyd. Tariq Nasheed got a picture of Charlie and George Floyd both in heaven holding hands. I can't carry a gun because I'm a felon, but keep a big blade just in case. I feel that. I hate clubs. I went to one past weekend with my wife, completely uncomfortable, too on point, just standing there while she danced. Mm. He said, I wanted to know why Half a Mill is your favorite rapper. He talked slick, hustler, educated, spiritual, fly shit, elegantly, like none other. Yeah. Go to the website and get you one, man. It's one of my varsity jackets right here. All of this is mine. Go to the website. Fashionbomb.com. It's loaded. And the security didn't even feel the knife in my pocket. Why they not talking about black truck drivers being hung in North Carolina? It's a black guy who, they saying that it might be a serial killer in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. It's a black guy that stepped out of his hotel and disappeared, and they found his ass. And they said that they've been finding black men in the rivers and shit. Again, I just said this, like, when we come out of our house, it's not a bad thing to carry a level of paranoia with you. It's probably bad for your health, but you got to stay on point. The life that you protect could be your very own. Nah, PILLMATIC 3 didn't drop yet. Charlie said he wouldn't want to fly on a plane if there was a black pilot. Charlie ain't gonna say nothing like that no more. He isn't. He isn't. The Charlie packed gas. Betty won't talk about black folks no more. Oh, man, they didn't turn him into Reef already. Is the Charlie Kirk out yet? Oh my God, I didn't think of that. They didn't turn him into a reefer strain already. Is the Charlie out? Oh my God. They gonna flag this video. They gonna flag this video for insensitivity. Who got the Charlie? They said it dropped with the crazy Aussie pack. Oh, I'm from North Carolina. The Sundowns are south of Raleigh and west of Greensboro. Can't believe they turned him to a pack already. That was fast. Y'all like the video. It's almost 600 people here this morning. I wonder who got the Charlie. They done turned him to some reef already. Y'all ain't right. Oh my. Y'all think the Charlie gonna be any good? I don't smoke reefer no more. I might want to try the Charlie though. I don't say anything about the shooter, but let's take a guess at the race of the shooter. Black people ain't had nothing to do with Charlie Kirk. Most of Black America didn't even know this cat existed. Not until the reefer came out. Now that the pack is out, everybody know his name. Yeah, I'd try that Charlie. I would. Boy, when that Charlie hits your neck, oh my God. Don't choke on that Charlie pack. You niggas ain't right. Daryl Javon, I appreciate your super chat. That Charlie pack hits the throat with a strong, pungent punch. Pressure. You niggas is crazy, man. Can't believe y'all done turned Charlie to some reefer already. Today is September 11th. Normally we will be bombarded by memories of things that happened during the September 11th tragedy, but I don't think it's going to go like that today. It ain't. It's crazy how this algorithm works. Every day that comes, it's somebody else's day. Conservative Kush. Have y'all noticed it's always sunny outside on September 11th? Is that right? Shit is crazy. It's the first thing I seen when I opened my Instagram. It definitely wasn't expecting that. Definitely taking a break from socials. Everybody always say that. I seen a video yesterday that supports the use of my TRIFECTA. They said that too much scrolling and too much sitting down, it kills your testosterone levels. A man should take like 4,000 steps a day if you want your dick to stay hard. If you the type nigga to just be sitting around, now you know why you need them goddamn gas station pills and shit. It's crazy how black people are so forgiving. That was military style. I appreciate y'all for getting up this morning. Got to keep the blood circulation, yeah. Make sure y'all go to the website, therealdribble.com. That was the perfect aim. It hit the carotid artery. Whatever it hit, that shit squirted up out of him, man. Like, that shit was it sprayed up out of him immediately, like a water hose. Trump is about to go extra hard over his little man. You think he gonna take it out on Chicago? Priest, good morning. Someone somewhere knew Charlie was going to get hit like that. Nothing random about it. He was dead in 10 seconds. What did he do to black people? Tell me. I ain't gonna tell you. Chatters, tell him what Charlie did to black people. I don't want my channel to get flagged, man. Y'all tell him why, because it's people here that co-signed it, the clapping. Tell him what he did to black people. Trifecta got me right. I'm on my second month. That's what's up, Frank. What up? He was expressing that we ain't nothing. Sambo, peace. Some people say if you slowed it down, it hit his vest and then bounced off and hit his neck. So he was wearing a vest? If you was wearing a vest, you was expecting to get clapped. He had a vest on? I got to go back and look at that shit. When the blood is that thick, it's oxygen rich. It was headed to the brain. Yes, he had a vest. He was blatantly disrespectful to black people. He didn't do shit to me. I don't give his kind any energy. I know I'm God. I feel the same way. Threats came before he knew it. He's far-right advocate, but he died leaning left. It came out his neck. That's the exit wound. Did he have on a vest? Anybody who's wearing a vest was expecting to get shot at some point. I'm pretty sure they all wear vests. Why the fuck would you wear a vest and leave your top exposed? Motherfuckers need to start getting some helmets. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. He knew what he was saying. He debated black people, didn't hurt any. I'm not co-signing him, though. Never heard of him until this happened. He had death threats. I wonder how George Floyd family feels this morning. If you got to wear a vest, you should be holding your rallies indoors. Facts. I'm not going to be outdoors fucking around. I'm pretty sure it's going to change the way that America conducts their rallies. Probably won't be no more outdoor rallies. Not for nobody who's, not nobody in politics. Is probably not a good time to be doing those types of rallies. They politicians, they know what's up. They call him the White Charleston White. There's certain things that us black people, black kings, don't do. Charlie Kirk got hit with the Elmer Fudd special. He should have dizzed. 200 yards is 2 damn football fields away. Need that protection. They have military Kevlar neck protection. In words of the Philly boys, he bought that. They said the university had a petition going saying that the good majority of the staff and students didn't even want him there. Black people ain't never sniped nobody in America. Nah, I don't think black people produce snipers all like that. No. I ain't never heard of a black man being involved with no sniping and shit like that. Oh, DC. You talking about John Muhammad and Malvo. I was in jail for that too. Them niggas was bugging the fuck out. I was glad when them niggas got caught. Them niggas needed to be in jail. They killed John Muhammad. He's been dead some time now. I wanted them niggas to get caught. Them niggas was bugging out. Them niggas was killing all types of people. They was killing blacks, whites, anybody that dude was tripping. The DC sniper was black. Yeah, he's still living. His name is Lee Malvo. John Muhammad was driving. There's tons of black snipers. Yeah, I wanted them. He said everybody wanted them caught. I wanted them niggas caught. That was a very, very scary time. I was in jail when it was happening. But the body of prisoners, the incarcerated, wanted them niggas caught. Them niggas was just pulling up, just picking motherfuckers off. They was innocent people for no reason. Never got it. And his motive supposedly was that he was mad at his wife. If you mad at your wife, nigga, what you run around killing innocent motherfuckers for? That didn't make no goddamn sense. I'm a part of the 5% nation of gods and earths. Everybody that you see with a big beard ain't no Muslim. As a matter of fact, in America, most niggas that you see with a big beard ain't a Muslim. The niggas that you see wearing kufis a lot of times ain't a Muslim. We gonna talk about this for a minute. I mentioned to a Arab guy one time, what do y'all think about American Muslims? He started laughing and shit. He started laughing. He did. It's a lot of shit that go down in America that most Islam in America, I believe, is institution Islam. Like, those are the people who come home and teach their families and shit like that. Like, if you weren't born in a Muslim home, your uncle probably came home from the penitentiary and names you Latif and, you know, start passing out names and telling motherfuckers not to eat pork and shit like that. But your uncle was a dope fiend or a bank robber. This is the truth. It's the Muslim thing, and I'm pretty sure that I know for a fact there's a lot of people who take their faith seriously. But it's more people who don't, for real. Arabs are the equivalent of Charlie Kirk overseas. The worst part is they saying his shooter was trans and his last words was talking on the trans shooters. Oh my God. I was the first person in my family with a Muslim name and nobody in my family Muslim. Shh. The worst part is they're saying I read that already. Exactly how it happened for me. My uncle, we grew up in Wilson Park Project, South Philly. He didn't say nothing about no trans shooters. Good morning. It's over 600 people here. I need y'all to like this video. It's getting hot in here. Let these windows down. It's a hot September 11th. It's hot out here. It was a little chilly this morning. It's hot. Black people started liking the Muslim names and they was handing them out like free lunch. I think it was more so black people being attracted to a cultured name as opposed to an American name. If your name is John, you probably have the name of a slave master. A lot of our last names come from slave plantations and shit like that. But a name like John, it probably doesn't have any meaning. Whereas Jamil, Hakeem, Abdul, Latif, Salim, Anwar, Halim, all of these types of names have a meaning attached to them, their attributes. Watch his final clip. I met a white guy who was upset that a black man he knew changed his name to a more cultural name. Facts, Gully. It was them 70s babies who grew up in the 80s, 90s who started giving up the non-white names. Yeah. Tired of the first names ending in an A. Kareem, good morning. This is my first time catching it live, and I'm enjoying this. Listen while working and cleaning up. Make sure that you subscribe, man, and hit the top notification bell so you can catch me on here. They just go through the Bible and pick names, to be honest. I'm glad I ain't got no fucked up American name. My name is Jamil Ali. That's my name. That's my government name. My family took the last name Muhammad. My name is Spanish. My brother is named Jamil. I was always jealous. Change your handle. Thinking about changing my name, especially my last name. I didn't get in here to diss anybody's birth name. Some people were given birth names from, the Bible, the Torah, family members. I was just, commenting. They forget Rush Limbaugh spit his hate on the radio. He was way too comfortable talking shit in the open. Gregory Bean, I appreciate your super chat. He's been asked a question about trans shooters in the past 10 years. The next question was how many mass shootings have happened in the past 10 years. His response is that including gang violence. Okay, John, thank you. So when he mentioned gang violence, he was kind of like pointing the finger to black folks, right? Right? Niggas need to stop promoting gangs, and that needs to be disassociated with black American culture. They got other nationalities who have gangs too. I mean, the mafia is a goddamn gang. That is, the triad is a goddamn gang. They was keeping blacks from getting jobs by those names, I believe. I wasn't around, but it sounds like it might have been a case of the reason why they started naming us these names. The whole event was longer than just him getting popped. He was talking about trans folks crazy. So y'all saying the rainbows has something to do with it? Y'all saying the rainbows has something to do with this? He said facts. I don't think the rainbows get busy like that. I don't think they clapping anybody. Y'all putting this on the rainbows, huh? We gonna see. When I get up off here, I'm gonna go check world news and see exactly what's going on. Mafia means family. BMF, Black Mafia family sounds silly. He offended so many, who knows who popped him? The rainbows come in all shapes, sizes, and colors. He said, not the Blade Goons. The rainbow's doing a lot of wicked shit out here, Gully. He said multiple times he doesn't have any empathy at all and doesn't care how many innocent people died to protect his Second Amendment rights. It's been an hour. I appreciate y'all coming through. Homeboy, I appreciate your super chat, 335. You could have said something. Thank you, though. You could have said something. The super chat is used to highlight a comment that you want to make. 600 people here. I can't read everybody's comment, so thank you. I got to get my PA knit. It's PA knit season. Make sure you grab one. That's a girl. Oh, thank you, baby. Ain't nothing like a super chat from a female. I'm thinking him being the biggest Trump supporter, they couldn't get to Trump, so they clipped him. Shh. Today is September 11th. Today will commemorate one of the greatest American tragedies. People often speak about September 11th being this incredible tragedy, and it was. But don't sleep on Hurricane Katrina. Just as many people was killed in Hurricane Katrina. For real. Hit the bell. I hate that I watched it. I didn't particularly wake up looking to see an assassination online. There's enough disturbing images online. That will forever stand out in my mind, though. I've been around people who got shot, just not up close like that. Like, some shots would go off and the motherfucker would be down. Or I'd be standing across the street and a motherfucker get shot. That thing with Charlie Kirk, it was like he was right there. I thought he said he was no MLK. I got to get my day started. I got a workout to attend. I want y'all to do the same thing. Make sure y'all go to my website and get the TRIFECTA. That is my 100% natural herbal supplement. It stimulates blood circulation, enhances testosterone production. It supercharges your libido. And it puts iron in your pencil. It puts lead in your pencil. So if you're having problems with your erection, just get the TRIFECTA, man. It's like a daily vitamin. It's a lot less expensive than buying honey pack after honey pack after honey pack. Just get on the TRIFECTA, man. Your dick be hard full time and shit. Dig. Peace, Gully TV. Thank you for everything. Can't wait to see the PA knit beanies. You can go to the website and see them right now. pa-knit.com. Y'all have a great morning. I'm going over to Instagram. Follow me at IamGullyTV_. Rest in peace to Charlie Kirk. It was real. Peace.